below the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go! Bit 180! 180! Watching it by. That was pretty quiet, D. Was pretty quiet.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
It's a foot race. He's got a man. It's Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10. Blue line. 52. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Mariota. That's the rookie with a catch, A.J. Brown. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. Back deep, Travis Benjamin.
We got this.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visual.
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10, 5, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 82 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A big pickup there on the run. 46 yards. First down, Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Mariota gives to Henry. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And it is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the gun, Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Red! 61, matchbox lights.
Now Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. Good completion there from Phillip Rivers, who has been really good against Tennessee in his career. This is the 9th time that he has faced the Titans as a starter, and so far he's 7-1 against them. Rivers on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On third down, Rivers. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Slam. Left, right.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on first down. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 21-3 is your score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing, Rivers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Titan football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mariota hands to Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end.
On the read option, it's Mariota. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rivers. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well.
Ready, set, 180. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Boom! Bang, bang! Bang, bang!
Rivers now from the 50. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Wait! Hey, ready!
Throwing again. Rivers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
They kept him to a short run play there. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On 2nd and 7, Mariota, and the grab made by the tight end Pruitt.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. 2nd and 5 now. Rivers, man open left side. It's Williams. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Orbit. Hey, look.
To throw is Rivers. Going deep for Benjamin. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On the read option, it's Mariota. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota, eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go, baby.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Get 180! 180! Get ready! Get ready! Get ready!
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Completes it to Benjamin. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
31's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Mariota now. And that is incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back now in Nashville. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter.
390. Get your swarm on. 300.
Now Gordon on first down. Minka Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again. Jeffrey Simmons in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
It's been a long day for you.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. 26 yards on the play there.
Check.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub-package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on football.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The old Cal Bear, Brandon Mebane, gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
This is Gordon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
180.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set, 180. 59. All right. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Brandon Mebane able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll find Hall. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for our visitors, the win moves them up to 5-2 now as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the loss drops them back to get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.